What if a simple sponge wasn't a sponge at all? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You are drifting completely alone in total darkness at the bottom of the ocean, a place where sunlight has never reached, where the water is ice cold and the pressure is crushing. Suddenly, thousands of invisible microscopic hooks pierce your body without warning. You struggle, but you're trapped, and then the slow, painful process of being dissolved alive begins. This isn't science fiction. This isn't a horror movie. Scientists actually discovered this creature in 2025 at 3,601 meters deep in the remote Southern Ocean. They looked at it and immediately gave it a name that perfectly describes what it is: the carnivorous death ball sponge. In the crushing blackness far below the waves, something truly terrifying waits in silence. It doesn't swim. It doesn't chase its prey. It simply hangs there, motionless, a floating death ball covered in thousands of microscopic hooks. One wrong move, and there is no escape. But what if there was truly no way out at all? October 2025. Two important research expeditions, one by the Schmidt Ocean Institute and another involving the Nippon Foundation Nekton Ocean Census, sent their advanced ROV named Sebastian into one of the most isolated and least explored regions on our planet, the South Sandwich Trench in the Southern Ocean. The ROV slowly descended deeper and deeper into the abyss until it reached 3,601 meters. At that depth, the pressure is over 360 times stronger than at the surface, strong enough to crush a car like an empty soda can in seconds. The cameras moved across the barren, rocky, and seemingly lifeless seafloor, and then suddenly they spotted something unusual. At first, the research team thought they had found just another ordinary deep-sea sponge, but as they got closer and observed it carefully, they realized something was very wrong. From that single expedition, scientists confirmed 30 brand new deep-sea species, and among all of them, this carnivorous death ball sponge, officially classified as Chondrocladia sp.no, quickly became the undisputed star of the entire horror show. What made the entire team stop and stare in disbelief? Let me paint a clear picture for you. From the cold seafloor rise thin, delicate stalks that look like ghostly fingers reaching upward into the darkness. At the tip of each stalk sits a perfectly round white ball, roughly the size of a golf ball to a tennis ball. From a distance, they might even look almost beautiful or harmless. But these balls are far from innocent. Every single inch of their surface is covered in thousands upon thousands of microscopic barbed hooks. These are tiny Velcro-like spears specially evolved for one deadly purpose only: to snag and hold tight any creature that swims just a little too close. When the ROV lights finally hit the death ball in the total darkness, it begins to glow with a faint, eerie bioluminescence. It almost looks like it's deliberately inviting curious prey to come nearer. One of the scientists on the expedition later described the sight as something straight out of a nightmare, a living bear trap floating silently in the abyss. Would you dare to swim anywhere near something like this if you saw it glowing in the dark? Now try to put yourself in the position of a tiny amphipod or isopod, one of the small crustaceans that somehow managed to survive in this extreme environment. You are drifting helplessly in the freezing current, desperately searching for even the smallest scrap of food in a place where almost nothing exists. Suddenly, you brush against one of those innocent-looking white spheres. In less than a second, the microscopic hooks sink into your exoskeleton and lock you in place. You struggle, but you are completely stuck. There is no escape. The sponge doesn't need a mouth or a stomach like normal animals do. Instead, it simply envelops its prey in its own tissue and begins a process called external digestion. It pumps powerful enzymes into your body that slowly break you down and dissolve you alive over many hours, or sometimes even days. This is not the gentle filter feeding we associate with normal sponges. This is cold, active predation. This sponge has evolved a hunting strategy that almost no other sponge species on Earth has ever developed. In the harsh, food-scarce abyss, simply waiting for food to drift by is no longer enough. You have to become the trap itself. Can you truly imagine what it would feel like to die this slowly with absolutely no way out? How is it even possible for a creature like this to evolve? Think about the extreme conditions at 3,601 meters depth. The pressure is over 360 times what we experience on the surface. The temperature stays just above freezing year-round. There is complete darkness, no plants, and almost no food available. In such a hostile environment, most life forms are barely able to survive. Yet this sponge didn't just adapt to survive, it evolved into an active predator. It belongs to a rare group called the Carnivorous family. Scientists have only identified around 200 carnivorous sponge species worldwide, and the majority of them have been discovered within the last 20 years. The distinctive death ball shape with its deadly hooks is especially rare and particularly terrifying. This single discovery is not isolated. It is part of 30 brand new species that were confirmed during the 2025 Southern Ocean expeditions. When you consider that less than 5% of the entire deep ocean floor has ever been properly explored, it becomes clear how little we still know. Every time scientists send an ROV deeper, they uncover something that forces us to rewrite the biology textbooks and often leaves us with new nightmares. How can something as simple as a sponge become such a sophisticated monster? The carnivorous death ball sponge serves as a powerful and chilling reminder that the deepest parts of our oceans are still filled with creatures that shouldn't exist by any rules we thought we understood, and many of them are still waiting silently in the dark. So tell me in the comments, which deep-sea nightmare should we explore in the next video? The mysterious glowing worms that shine like stars at 4,000 meters depth? The gigantic creatures of the Mariana Trench? Or perhaps something even darker and more terrifying? Whatever you suggest, the scariest idea will get its own full video. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new discovery. Every week we dive deep into the unknown and bring you creatures and mysteries that science still struggles to explain. Thank you so much for watching Unseen Species, where the world is far stranger and far more terrifying than we ever imagined. I'll see you in the next nightmare.